welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make peas paratha or Mattar paratha. It's wonderful goodness of green peas in your paratha.
Can't go wrong.
Can go wrong.
So this recipe was submitted by Soumya. So thank you so much for sharing it with us. And it's a pretty easy recipe, so let's get started.
So we're using 12-ounce packet of frozen green peas, which is approximately 2.5 cups of green peas. They were frozen, so we've basically defrosted them and rinsed them, and we're going to put it into a food processor. Now try to avoid putting any water in there, any kind of moisture. That way, you have the flavor of the peas and your stuffing is not watery and runny.
We're also going to add about a tablespoon of garlic, 10 sprigs of cilantro, and a few green chilies to taste. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to taste.
And we're going to just pulse it. Now you don't want to make a paste out of it. Make sure it has some texture, so that way, number one, it tastes good, and number two, it's easier to roll.
And you may have to push it down every once in a while so that it processes evenly. And this is exactly how we want it. If you can notice, you can still see some of the texture of the peas, and where it's processed more, it's a little pasty and a little texture. It's going to hold together beautifully.
In a skillet over here on medium heat, we have 1 tablespoon of ghee. We're going to allow it to melt and heat up. We're going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Allow them to sizzle. We're going to pour in the green peas mixture. Let everything blend in.
You can also adjust your salt at this time.
Now we're going to cook it till moisture reduces. So this took approximately 2 minutes. We're going to turn off the stove and we're going to allow it to cool completely.
So while our peas mixture is cooling down, we're going to make the dough for the paratha.
So our stuffing mixture has cooled down. We put it in the fridge just to get it going a little faster. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide the mixture here and the dough into equal number of parts. And it's going to make approximately 8 parathas.
So here's our dough. It's been resting for a while, and we're going to just give it one more final knead, and again divide it out into approximately 8 portions. And I also have some dry flour. We're going to use this to help us roll our paratha. So we're going to take 1 portion of dough and just make it into a nice smooth ball and flatten it out. And we're going to take our dry flour and just dip it in and coat the ball and then start rolling. When we roll, we want to make sure, this is a good tip for any paratha, is we want the edges to be thinner than the middle. So kind of put the pressure over the edges, and when you come across the middle, loosen up a little bit. And once you get to about a 4 to 5 inch disc, we're going to stop, and we're going to take one of our portions of the pea mixture and again just form a nice little ball from here, place it in the center. Now what we're going to do is just lift each of the sides and kind of pinch them together at the top. Once we get to the top, make a tight pinch, twist it, and remove the excess. Again, we're going to dip it in our dry flour, coat all the sides, place the seam side down, and this time gently roll. You don't need a lot of pressure to make this expand. And roll it as thin as you can without the stuffing coming out.
So before we started rolling out the parathas, we had a tawa on medium heat, and it is actually hot. Going to put it on the hot tawa. We're going to allow it to cook at the bottom, and when you see the color of the dough changing over here, we'll flip it around. There you can see the color of the dough changing. Perfect time to flip it around. We're going to take a brush and just lightly put some oil on the top side. Flip it around again. Press it down just a little bit, very gently. Brush a little bit more oil on this side. and flip it one more time. And it's cooked. I'm going to take it off and lay it directly on the plate. And we're ready for the next one.
So our Mutter paratha are ready. They look fabulous. They smell wonderful.
Yes, and I love that green. It just pops out, and you can kind of see little peaks. So I guess let's give it a shot.
Nice and hot still. Delicious.
There's no doubting it's green peas. So you can enjoy these with pickle or with raita or yogurt. They're just fabulous, or even a dollop of malai.
That would be the best.
Absolutely. So this is a great recipe. Thank you, Soumya, so much for sharing with us.
Absolutely. And if you like this recipe and you want to see more from us, then please remember to subscribe because it's free and you'll be the first to know every time we post a new recipe.
So you enjoy a green peas paratha and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.